Tim Collins with Cullman today. I'm at the Cullman County Commission offices at the courthouse. I'm with Phyllis Little. She's our Emergency Management Director. Phyllis, you've won an astounding award. It's kind of like the MVP award for your industry statewide. It's the Neuhauser Spirit of Emergency Management Award. It's a big deal, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a very big deal.
Now, how does one go about winning this award? Do you have to apply, or
No.
how does it take place?
I was nominated by a colleague, I don't know who, and there's a package that has to be filled out for that award, and then it goes through a review process at the state level.
So when you went to the state meeting to, just like you always do, you found out it was you. I bet that was some kind of a shock at that point.
It was a big shock. The incoming president started reading. He's also the chairperson for the awards committee. Started reading, and I thought, oh good, somebody else from North Alabama has won. And he kept reading, and when he got to the state mortuary operations team part, it was a bit of a shock.
You knew it was you at that point, huh?
I'm the only emergency management director that has a direct connection with that, so yes.
Now, I know you pretty well professionally, and I've seen you in many situations. You're not one who likes the limelight, awards. You just enjoy doing the job. But this had to be a big blessing and a big shock. And how does it make you feel?
Honored. That sounds kind of corny, but very honored. Miss Pat was the director in Sumter County when I started with EMA in 1995. I knew her just briefly because she passed away a year or so later, but she was a fabulous lady. She was a big proponent for emergency management across the state, and especially emergency management at the local level.
Talk to us a little bit about what emergency management is. I think people know you and know your role, but there's a lot to your job. It touches literally everything when there's a natural or man-made disaster and afterwards.
Emergency management as a whole, not just here, not just in this state, but across the country, is the one agency that pulls together all emergency responding agencies, recovery groups, and elected officials and others involved before, during, and after a disaster. Those agencies are pulled in for pre-planning. They're pulled in for response. And then during the recovery process, you have another layer that gets pulled together, all working for a common goal.
That's a huge job. You really like it, though, don't you?
I really love it. It gets frustrating sometimes. Like anything else with government, you have politics involved at some level, but it is a fantastic job, and I do love it. It's different every day.
Well, obviously the people at the state level recognize that, and you gave you this nice award and plaque. It's pretty touching, really. Now, I'm going to ask you one last question, and it's more about your history. When you were a little girl, were you into disasters and emergencies and corralling neighbor kids? I mean, how did you get to this point?
There has always been an interest in emergency stuff, but in 1973, Monday after Thanksgiving, our mobile home was picked up and rolled over, and I happened to be in it. That'll give you a healthy respect for weather and keeping up with what's going on, and it just kind of morphed from there. The first time I ever had any dealings with emergency management anywhere was when Mr. Donald Steele from Jones Chapel was the director here in this county, and happened to be in the courthouse one day when it was bad weather was occurring, and went downstairs, knew him because he lives in the same community, and said, here I am, if you need some help with something, I'm here. And he sat me down in front of a radio and said, write down everything you hear that deals with weather and keep it on this pad. And I did that, and from there it just grew. Actually found those notes on yellow legal pad in some files when we were moving at one point. So it was kind of neat to see those.
Yeah. And so when did you get named director? 2003-ish, somewhere in
May
there?
2003. Dan Isley, the former director, went to work for the state a couple of months prior to that. And I served as the interim director, and while applications were taken, and the commission at that time saw fit to give me a chance. And 15 years later, I'm still here.
And you've made the best of it, and you're the state's best. You're an award winner. Congratulations, Phyllis.
Thank you very much.
Great job by you.
Thank you.